All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the March Power Hour, and hope everybody is doing well. I see folks are starting to come in here. Let's see. Have no idea why that is on the. That was weird. Started with Drone Pro's comment on the screen. Drone Pro, hopefully you're here. That was kind of funny. So, all right. So let's see who we have in the house, and let's see what everybody is working on here. Okay, Lou is here. I think I'll be diving in back into the pit today. Good to hear. And Desmond with the motivation for the day that I think everybody should agree with. I'm working on my fantasy novel today, keeping my writing no matter what the weather or life changes. So, Desmond, you get just for that, because we're early on, I know, but you get the applause and you get the victory. That is an amazing statement. So I'm glad you're here. And yes, you got to keep the writing no matter what happens. All right, Hunter is here. Hey, Hunter, welcome. Good to see you. And Rita is here. Hi, all, working on an assignment for a writing course today in drinking water. Well, hey, great minds think alike, because I am drinking water too. I couldn't get it together enough to get my coffee going today. So I may or may not sneak away during the first session to brew a pot of coffee, but all I've got in the house is decaf right now, so womp womp. So I think I might stick to the water. I'm not motivated to get coffee today. I like decaf, but not in the mornings. Okay, FW Thompson is here. Made it today. I'm ready to fix the document on Scrivener. It's acting funny. Well, may it not act funny anymore for you today. And Athena is here. Good morning, and mapping out the next chapter. Awesome. Well, good to have you here, Athena. And all right. Well, we got a lot, like, again, probably a small but mighty crew. I don't know about you guys, but it's starting to get nicer where I am here in Iowa. And it's still kind of cold and ugly, but it's not as cold and ugly as it was a month ago. And so people are just out and about. So I do want to make a couple of quick public service announcements. One is I haven't shared it this year, but you guys know that I have a standing, that's not it. I have a standing discount. I mean, you can grab that if you want, but I'll fix it. I don't know what happened. I updated this program and it's acting kind of funny. So I have a standing discount for you guys. If anybody's interested, you can grab any of my books at a discount. You get the Power Hour discount. You can just go to my website at authorlevelup.com. Find the book that trips your fancy, and just use the coupon code Power Hour and at checkout, and you'll get your discount. So anyway, sorry about that. And another thing I wanted to share was I'm just going to share this because I'm sure that some of you remember it. But Dale Roberts and I are doing a 6 versus 1 series of casting. Don't go to the link because it's not active anymore. But I want to let you know that Dale and I are going through the applicants, and if you were selected, you should be hearing very, very shortly. It was tough to kind of go through this because it's going to be a reality show for writers. So it's 6 versus 1. 6 authors have to spot the author that is not like the others, and we're going to have cash prizes. We're going to have everybody's going to walk away with something. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But we had a lot of applicants, and we had a lot of really, really good people. I mean, all of the applicants were amazing. And I mean, some of you applied, I know, and shot videos, and that was really fun to watch. And it was just hard making the selection. So what Dale and I agreed is that even though, we can only take 7 people for this first episode, we are going to do a second episode. And everybody who applied, if you didn't get selected this time around, we're going to keep your name in the hat for the second one. So just want to let everybody know that there are some emails that will be going out shortly about that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, we've got some other folks here. And Hunter says, I have to take down from a party, so we'll undo last night. I have no idea what you're talking about, Hunter, but good luck. It sounds like fun, or maybe not. And Dahigi says, good morning from North Carolina. Hello, Dahigi. Good to see you. And B Matrix doing a chapter rewrite, getting close to the end. Nicely done. And Stephen Stringfellow, I'm revising a chapter in what I hope will be my debut fantasy novel. Yeah, well, hey, good luck, Stephen. That's awesome. Glad you're here, and this is going to be good. Good to get some progress done. And Ty is here. Hello, Ty. Good morning. Working on my fantasy novel this morning. Awesome. Well, we got a space here to do it. So why don't we go ahead and jump into our first section? So you guys know the drill. I'm going to get 20 minutes on the timer. I do have a bit of a hard stop today, so I want to just get going. So 20 minutes on the timer, and time starts now. Okay, first session is done. You guys know the drill. Let me know how you did, how you're feeling. So I can't say it enough. If the words feel good, then, or if you feel good when you're writing the words, then the words are good. So I forgot to mention what I was working on. So I've got like a hodgepodge of things. I was on the road the last, well, I've been home almost 2 weeks now, but I was on the road for 2 weeks. I was at the Superstars Writing Conference in Colorado Springs, and I got to hang out with some really cool writers and did a bunch of speaking, like a lot of speaking at that event. And then I got on a plane and flew from Colorado Springs to Portland, Oregon, where I was at the Author Alchemy Summit, where I really got to hang out with some really cool writers. And yeah, I was on the road for 2 weeks, and I've come back and like everything was just like chaos. So I am like doing emails. I've got a magazine article to write. I've got like a commissioned poem I have to write. Like I just have a ton of stuff that I'm doing. However, I'm in a pretty good spot, I think, at this point. And I've been thinking, and I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts, and I'm going to float this in my next newsletter. I'm thinking maybe the month of April, I might bring beast mode back. So you guys, I can't, here we go. I'm going to be obnoxious for a second. So you guys tell me, if I brought beast mode back, and I'm thinking it'll be April, but if it's not April, I might do it in June. Would you guys participate? Because I've been talking to a potential sponsor who is interested in offering some things to you guys. I mean, it's not really anything crazy for me, but like just I want to make it worth everybody's while. So you got to let me know if I did beast mode in April, would people be interested? And you know what that means? It means we write as beast mode is when I go into a mode where I write as much as I humanly can in a period of a month. And the cool thing about beast mode is that I invite everybody to participate, and some of you guys blew me out of the water last year in terms of how much you wrote. And I do power hours every month, or not every month, every week of that month, in addition to some other cool stuff like giveaways and things like that. So if anyone is interested, I want to gauge the interactions here. So anyway, I'm just going to put that out there, and I'm going to be obnoxious one more time because I can't help it. I love that sound effect. Okay, so just going to put that out there into the universe. Lou says, I ended up doing the dishes, and now I'm going to pour myself a bowl of cereals. Nice. And Ty, 150 words. Had to do some editing first, but happy so far with my new words. Very cool. And Athena, 287 words. Nicely done. Keybale writes, 471. Hoping to finish a chapter today. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I love your avatar. Is that a little dragon on a book? That's really cute. All right, Ty. Yes, beast mode. I so need this year. Yeah, I need it too. I need to pick up the pace. And Lou says, absolutely. Okay. I'm hearing some confirmation. Rita did some research for the scene I want to write. Sweet. All right. Desmond is in. Okay. Athena is in. Okay. So I think I'm going to do it. I think we'll do it in April. So it'll be fun. So I got to tie up the details. But yes, we'll probably start April 1st. And I will announce it on my newsletter and on social, so you're not going to be surprised. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, Tahigi, 618 words, 100% beast mode part due. Yes, and Tahigi, you blew me out of the water last year. My goodness. So I can't wait to see what you can do this year. All right, in beast mode, yes, indeed. Okay, so what have I done? What have I done? Okay, so this is going to be fun. You guys are going to hold me to this now. So I got to spend the rest of this month catching up and cleaning up stuff, and then we're going to jump into beast mode. And it'll work because I don't have any travel scheduled in April. I think I've got one little trip, but I think it's like in the middle of a week, and it's just like to a neighboring state. So I'm driving, so it's not horrible. But like as the rest of the year goes on, I have some more travel coming up, and I just can't do beast mode when I'm doing like business travel because I can because I've done it in the past, but I'm at a point in my career where I don't want to take on more than I need to, and so I'm trying to just chill out a little bit. Okay, Greblock says I would do beast mode and focus my efforts on dictation. No words written, but I'm doing some reading, which is needed for my next project. Cool. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned dictation. That will be a key focus in beast mode for me if I do content. Okay, Keybale, it is a pocket dragon from Russ Mulgraves. Oh, cool. Nice. Well, I like it. That's really cool. All right, Steven cut 249 words, did not do as much as I thought. That's okay. You're still making progress. And then Sword in the Shield, handwriting first, then keyboarding. Cool. I did that last year, Sword in the Shield. I went on an international trip, and I didn't take my laptop, and I actually didn't take my phone. And so I came around to your way of thinking, and I wrote an entire short story by hand. And then when I got home, I did it. I keyboarded it. Is that the proper word? I typed it in, and then it was fun. It was really cool. Okay, and then Steven is also yes to beast mode. Okay. Well, you guys, it's gonna be done then. It's gonna happen. So why don't we jump into our second session and let's get it done. Good luck, everybody. Okay. Second session is on the books. Let me know how everybody's doing. What does your word count look like? I had to send off some emails, so I just am where I am. But I'm feeling good for what my month is looking like. February was kind of crazy, but March I think is gonna be a pretty good month for me. So let's see where everybody is. We did have some comments that came in during the last session, so let's address those. Coffee, Create, Connect. Hey all, how's your day going? Finally got my dog settled down for a nap, and my cozy ambiance is set up, ready to revise draft. I'm assuming number 9, or ready to revise my draft. Cool. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. And talk to text equals typos. Yeah, just about every time, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. It's kind of funny. I think everybody intrinsically understands that when you do talk to text, you're gonna say some things that are like, what? What did you really mean? Okay, it's all good. Okay. FW Thompson. Okay, chapters 5 and 6 are back in Scrivener. Cool. Leidy is in the house. Hi, Leidy. Good to see you. And FW Thompson thought I'd have a better concentration today. I just did a 5-day stay in the ICU, so still recovering. Oh, sorry to hear that, FW. It just made me want to get this series done, so planning on pushing, though. Have to reread. Well, certainly take care of yourself. 5 days in the ICU, that's pretty rough. So certainly sending good vibes your way, and, certainly want you to hit your writing goals, but also want you to take care of yourself. So, okay, most of it is to check flow. This is what I want to do to share a good story, so I'm doing it. Sometimes one just has to push through it. Cool. Athena, 368 words. Okay. Question from Coffee, Create, Connect. What is your biggest pet peeves about opening chapters besides info dumps? So open this up to the group. What do you all think? What are your biggest pet peeves in opening chapters? I would say my biggest pet peeve is a chapter that just kind of feels like everything else I've read. And I don't have a problem with, I'm not one of those people where every book I read has to be exclusively different. I'm not one of those. But when I read a book and it's the same thing over and over again, I just kind of get tired of it. I can't think of a specific example, but I also I like, instead of talking about pet peeves, I'll tell you what I like in openings. I like openings that drench me in sensory detail, that really help me feel what it's like to be that character dealing with a problem. So my mantra when I start my books and when I start chapters in general, not always, but it's hero in a setting with a problem and told through the 5 senses of that character. And if the author does that, I instantly keep reading. If they don't, doesn't mean I stop reading, but it just means, okay, what's going on here? There's maybe an interesting technique, or there's other things going on. There are lots of different types of openings, by the way, as well. And hero in a setting with a problem is just one type of opening. It's the opening that's used most of the time, but there are other types of openings as well. But that's typically what I like to see in opening chapters. Okay, Lou had breakfast and just started writing at the end of the session. Retha is at 93 words, getting into the scene. Dahigi, 512 words. Cool. And Ty, 337 words this time, making good progress. And Coffee, Create, Connect. I'll call you Triple C because that might be easier to say. Sometimes I think I could communicate better through emojis than talk to text. Yeah. At some point they'll link talk to text to your brain, and then you can just think your text message, and then you'll never be misunderstood again. Dahigi says, going over what the last chapter covered, and B Matrix, the chapter starts with minor characters. Oh, for pet peeves, I'm eager to meet the main character. Yeah, that's a good point. Because you do want to know who the book is about, and there is something to be said about keeping the main thing, and I have made the mistake in the past when I've written my novels of sometimes putting too much emphasis on someone who is not the main character, and subconsciously it can be a little confusing to the reader. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, B Matrix. Although there is a time and a place for it. There certainly is a time and a place for starting with a minor character, but I get what you're saying. Leidy says, personally, it turns me off from a book if the opening chapter doesn't at least hint or foreshadow the coming plot of the book. Like if the main character is just eating breakfast and nothing else. Yeah. Hero in a setting with a problem. And it's okay if the problem is a minor problem, but there has to be something, the character can't just be getting out of bed. The mom, opening the windows and the character rolls over in bed, that sort of thing. Yeah, I think you're right. And the reason for that is because it's just overdone. Okay, Triple C, if you start with a dream, I will not keep reading. Yeah, again, time and place for everything. Triple C, I say never, because there might be a day when you start your novel with a dream, It's funny how that works out, but I do agree with you. I do agree. Okay, let's see. And Key Bale's got to run. Dog has an obedience class. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, well, thanks for joining, Key Bale, and hope your dog obeys the obedience lessons. Hopefully, it doesn't go in one ear and out the other. I know that certainly happened with my dog, although she's better than she used to be. But sometimes I was just wondering, why are we even here in those obedience classes? Okay. All right. Well, gang, why don't we jump into our third session? We're in the final stretch, and then we'll come back and shoot the breeze. And you guys know I'll stay on and answer any questions that you got. So let's do it.
baby. It's me. I was just calling to chat with you a little bit. I miss you a lot. And I miss hearing your voice. Bye, hon. And I miss hearing your voice.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Okay, we made it. So we are at the bottom of another Power Hour, gang. Before we debrief, I just want to let everybody know the date of the next Power Hour. So that's going to be Saturday, April 5th. So we'll already be in beast mode at that point, but I'll be communicating with everybody on that. And so what that also means is that we're going to have Power Hours every week in April. So every Saturday in April, and then ending on May 3rd. So that's going to be fun. So now I got to get my butt into gear here. Okay, so Saturday, April 5th, I will see you guys, and then let's take a look and see how everybody's doing. Okay. FW has a dilemma, and FW, I did ask you a question about this. Let me know the answer. So I have been having a dilemma. I'd like my first 3,000 words to take place a little before later events and not return back to this guy's story until chapter 7 or 8. Should it be a prologue or a chapter? So, FW, I had asked you a question. I want to know if this character is a main character or a supporting character. Okay, and so I got the answer that he's a supporting character, but later becomes more important in the next book. Okay. So I think do what you feel, FW, on this. I think 3,000 words is not a lot of words. That's a pretty long chapter, but it's not bad. So I don't think readers are going to balk at a 3,000 word chapter as long as, tying it back to our previous conversation, there is a plot significance to it and there is a reason for it. So not every novel has to start with your main character, but if you don't start with the main character, just make sure you have a good reason why. And it sounds like you've got a good reason why. And yeah, I say follow your gut on this and just see how it works out. That would be my answer. And so much of writing FW is just intuitive. We do, I think sometimes we do a really bad job in the writing community of making everyone feel like we have to be structured and logical because outlining is structured and logical, and we feel like we have to do that. And subconsciously, I think that it's because we want. Sometimes when you're writing, you can feel out of control, and I think subconsciously people want to feel in control. Being out of control and the emotional spiral that comes with that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And so it's not really a surprise to me that we really want to have structure and we want to have logic and be analytical and all that stuff, when in reality the writing process is very intuitive, and you can plan for things all you want, and sometimes what you plan works out, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times it doesn't work out. You say that you want to do this, you want to start your novel this way, and then the novel says, hold my beer. And I think learning how to be a writer and becoming more comfortable in your energy on that is really about being able to be uncomfortable with being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'll stop there. So go for it is what I would tell you, and see what happens. Okay, I beat that dead horse enough. Lighty says, I think I will be on vacation April 5th, but I will try to be here for the other power hours in April. Cool. No worries, Lighty. And Athena, 89 words, but did some rearranging. Cool. And Dahigi, 500 words this block. So Dahigi, you're already 4 figures for the day. That's outstanding. And Retha, 129 words. Awesome. So you guys are doing well. So my goals for the weekend is I have to write a magazine article. I was commissioned to write a magazine article, and it's kind of due at the end of this week. And I usually don't put things off, but I just have had so much going on. So I need to do that. And then I've got some short stories to write as part of my Ray Bradbury challenge. I'm over halfway. So I have to write 52 short stories in a year. I'm already at 30. I think 30. I don't even remember. I've lost count. But I'm over the halfway point, and I have until July 6th. That's my deadline. Technically, July 5th at midnight is my deadline. So I'm doing well, but I got to keep it up. I've fallen off the wagon the last couple weeks. So there we go. And Dahigi says, make it exist first. You can make it awesome later. And Lou says, sorry for the delay. I started by writing a little bit, but ended up shopping for a fuel canister. Okay, well, I hope that accomplished everything you needed to accomplish. Fuel canisters. That's kind of random. Okay. So let's see. What else did I want to announce? I think that's it for announcements, guys. I don't have anything else other than Power Hour April 5th. There is also I think I might have shared this last time. Actually, you know what? I will share this. Let me find a way to share my screen. Just give me 1 second. This is important, and I want people to know about it, because there might be somebody who is writing something that would be important here. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see my screen. Everybody knows Spotify, the company Spotify. So they are teaming up with the Jed Foundation and the Blacklist, and they're launching a competition for to spotlight mental health in fiction. Okay, so I'll share the link to this, but just look this up on your own time. But essentially, what this is they're looking to spotlight mental health. So they're looking for fiction manuscripts that have mental health as a key component of the story. And it's really cool because the winners, there will be 5 winners, and the winners will get $10,000 each. And there's no restrictions on the money. So that it's a really cool cash prize. It's a really cool goal. And I just want more people to know about this. So if you happen to be writing about mental health, if it happens to be featured prominently in your story, I want people to take a look at it. I also want to let everybody know that the deadline, I think, is July 8th. So you've got some time, but you don't have a lot of time. So, okay. I'll probably be sharing more about that in the future. I'm just a big fan of that contest. So, okay. Well, gang, I have to run. So I will plan on seeing everybody April 5th. Look forward to some more notifications on Beast Mode. I'll probably start talking about it here very soon, just so everybody can start planning, and I'll start getting some prizes and stuff launched in. And I'll probably bring back the Discord. I know I've kind of let that fall, but I'll bring it back for the Beast Mode, and that'll be the primary place where we can communicate. So I'm not going to share the invite link right now because I don't know what it is with me and Discord invite links, but if you're in the Discord, just be ready to kind of get into that again once we come back to April. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today. I will see you next month, and I wish you all the best in your writing goals this weekend. Take care.